think I was lying. Joy and sorrow never last. I try not to live in the past. If you knew my story, my heaven and my hell, if you knew my story, you'd have a good story to tell. I left my clothes on that cold river rock, my cares and my woes rolled up in my socks. I lay down on that mountain stream as the icy water rushed over me. If you knew my story, my heaven and my hell, if you knew my story, you'd have a good story to tell. Me I'm not alone. Tell me I'm not alone. Many backs have broken from this weight. I know I was born to carry more than I can hold. Even though I stumble, even though I fall, you'll never see me crumble, you'll never see me crawl. If you knew my story, do whatever I will. If you knew my story, you'd have a good story to tell. Me I'm not alone. Tell me I'm not alone. Even though I stumble, even though I fall, you'll never see me crumble, you'll never see me cry. If you knew my story.
Well, look how you grown, Daddy! So good to see you, son. You won the war by yourself. I had a little help. Well, I salute you, and you salute us all.
Hi, Billy.
Look who I'm visiting with. Margot, is that you? Oh, you've grown every which way.
I was just delivering a book your daddy ordered.
Now, Daddy, have you been reading again? I have, son. Daddy, I've warned you about reading that can make you smart. I know. Call the hillbilly police.
Mr. Kane, Billy sent me some of his stories from overseas, and I got a stack of them all edited.
And I got published in Stars and Stripes.
Billy,
Did you get my latest?
I sure did. You can come by the bookstore and pick them up.
Well, what'd you think?
You don't have to know everything all at once.
Oh, Margot, that is so you. Now, is Mama inside? You're making her plow again, Daddy.
Billy, I've got to get back.
What's gotten into her? And where's Mama? Mama! Where's it, Daddy? There's no way to write you, son. We had a visitor while we were away. Unwelcome as he was, he came on in one day. He sat down quietly at your mother's side. She left know how much she loved you so. She had no fear of death. She went on peacefully. She just closed her eyes and drifted off to sleep. She's gone. She's gone. You know how much she loved you so. Let's walk on over there and play a rose upon her grave. Why don't you just sit? There's some Floribunda roses, son. That's your favorite. Here she is, underneath the walnut tree. You bought her a gravestone angel. There's one in the back of Julia Wolf's garage. She sold it to me on a courtesy. It's beautiful. The hours are speaking tonight. We'll go hear what they have to say. Mama, when I was in mud up to my knees, I thought it'd be you mourning me. Not this way around. And I'm sorry that Daddy put an angel over your grave. You used to make fun of people for doing that. You said you'd rather let your deeds speak for the time you had on earth. Mama, thank you for the way you raised me, the way you spoke. Your parlance around the house made me a curious lover of words. And you always pointed me in the direction of the writers who used them well. Remember that time you had me copy stories out of the Asheville Southern Journal, just so I would know what it would feel like to write well? I made it back home like you always said I would. But I never thought homecoming could be so cruel. You're my mama, and I place my hand here to touch you now and forever. She's gone. She's gone. You know how much she loved you so.
Here you go, Max. Since when did you become such an avid reader?
Since you started at the bookstore. When you stopped working at the candy shop, I lost 3 pounds. Margot, would you like to go to the movies with me sometime?
I don't want you to spend all your money on me.
It'd be cheaper than buying all these books.
Hi, Billy.
Margot, sorry, it took me a while to make it in.
I thought it might. How are things with Daddy?
Better. It's strange. We both swear we can hear all call out to us sometimes.
How are you doing?
I've been writing again, that brings me comfort. A thesaurus. Are you writing now?
No, Max just returned it. He thought it was a book about dinosaurs. Oh, and Billy, I read the stories you sent me.
I was wondering about that. What'd you think?
Well, it started out great, but
Oh.
then it got better and better.
It did.
Billy, you've grown, and so has your writing. Now, I caught a few typos and retapped them on Heavy Bond. In fact, I retapped them all.
Thank you. Thank you. Margot, I was wondering, what if I submitted some of these stories to the Asheville Southern Journal?
Oh, Billy, yes! sensitive about it. What made you decide that?
I'm ready for my life to begin. I'm ready for it all to start. My heart's about to bust. Don't lead the way. I must follow my own bright star.
Do you need to stand to deliver those?
No, I'm gonna hand carry them to Asheville and sleep like a dog on their doorstep until they publish me.
Good luck, Billy.
Many a long cold night, I huddle down in the dark. I made a vow, if I ever made it out, I'd follow my own bright star. Bright star, keep shining for me. Shine on and see me through. Bright star, keep shining for me. And one day I'll shine for you. Thank you.
For what it's worth, I'll miss you.
You never know what life will bring, only what you bring to life. Hopes and dreams and fine imaginings, they happen in their own good time. I've seen a weak man fight, I've seen a strong man cry. I have learned the brightest day can turn into the darkest night. Bright star, keep shining for me. Shine on and see me through. Bright star, keep shining for me. And one day I'll shine for you. There's always a song to sing, a melody in the dark. Lifts my spirits every time I hear it, comforts my aching heart. Keep shining for me and see me through. Keep shining for me, I'm on my way. Bright star, keep shining for me. Shine on and see me through. Bright star, keep shining for me. And one day I'll shine for you. Bright star, keep shining for me. Shine on and see me through. Bright star, keep shining for me. And one day I'll shine for you. Hello, is this the Asheville Southern Journal?
Good question, cause the sign is often wrong.
Don't mind, Daryl.
If someone wants to submit some stories to your magazine.
Let me hand them to the nice man.
Then wave them goodbye.
Oh, why wave them goodbye?
Because our editor, Miss Alice Murphy, is one of the keenest editors in America. The New Yorker magazine sent people down here and try to hire her away.
But she wants to stay right here in North Carolina.
That's good.
Not for young tadpoles like you.
She once made Ernest Hemingway cry. He lay right there, banged his fist on the floor, and sobbed.
What?
He used a comma to join two independent clauses.
Look, I live all the way in Hayes Creek, and I gotta get back, so...
Well, aren't we busy?
Can I pick up the stories tomorrow?
You think we're gonna read your stories by tomorrow, if at all?
I'm sorry, but we don't even read young writers anymore without a whopping letter of recommendation.
Now, where did that door go? Oh, there it is.
Thomas Wolfe read them.
Thomas Wolfe?
He read them and wrote back to me saying I had talent.
You can leave your stories here. I'm a great admirer of Thomas Wolfe.
Thank you. I'll tell him you said that. You must be Miss Murphy.
I don't have to be, but I am.
I'll wait to hear from you. I'm William Kane.
I'm writing your name down, William.
Mr. Rames, hand me those stories. I'm going to read them.
Why?
Because he's a liar. And liars sometimes make very good storytellers. Now, what about the new submissions?
Oh, we have several. This one from Carl Sandburg.
Well, we should certainly look at that.
Tennessee Williams.
Very promising new writer, yes.
And this one from Joseph Algonquin.
Oh, another one. He's always terrible.
Miss Murphy, it's time you knew. Joseph Algonquin is my pen name.
Well, maybe you've improved. I'll take a look at it.
Oh, don't bother.
Miss Murphy, there's a dance at the Shine Penny tonight.
And
Those officers returning home keep asking about you.
When a woman walks in that place, there ain't a head that doesn't swivel.
no, tonight I want to cozy up to a few unnecessary adverbs and cut their heads off.
I've heard stories about you, Miss Murphy. You weren't always such a wallflower.
No, not always.
The whole world rejoicing about the war being over.
And you should come out and celebrate too. With us. Just this once.
Way back in the day, I would have gone with you. Way back in the day, you could not have kept me away. I was the life of the party. I was happy and carefree, dancing on the floor with everybody. He was next to me. We'd sing and we'd sway to every song together. Way back in the day, I cannot wait to get away. Moonlight music from across the river, calling, playing through the night. I would run barefoot through the sounds of summer to be with everyone. Way back in the day, you never wanted help to rescue. Way back in the day, I'd have been the first one to say, come on, what are you waiting for? It's all going on right outside of your door. I won't take no for an answer. You're coming out with me. Now that's a sight, the mayor's son with his sleeves rolled up repairing an icebox.
Well, if it isn't the little Princess of Zebulon. Now, Princess, what's the matter with repairing an icebox?
Jimmy Ray, an icebox has no moving parts. My granny could repair an icebox. It's just ice in a box. I think you're just showing off your muscles.
Keep talking, Alice Murphy. I'm curious how your mind works.
Okay, you remind me of Adonis. You know who Adonis is?
I sure do. He's a Greek god.
Well, you remind me of him. In fact, you remind me of the myth of Adonis when he repaired the icebox.
You ever think you're too smart for this town?
All the time.
What makes you so sure?
I entered an essay contest in Raleigh. First prize was $5 and I won it.
What was it about?
I wrote about how there should be a rebirth of Southern writers, all writing about the Southern way, and that's how we can make our voices known.
I don't see how a group of judges from Raleigh could turn that down.
They couldn't. I took that $5 and put it toward my college fund.
Well, how much is in your college fund?
$5. You want a biscuit?
I wouldn't mind having a biscuit.
Your hands are dirty. You don't want to eat a dirty biscuit.
I guess you're just gonna have to feed it to me then.
Now, you and I were thinking the exact same thought.
You got a little wildcat about you, Alice Murphy.
What's that book?
Hey there! It's F. Scott Fitzgerald. He's a new writer.
I know who he is. The beautiful and the damned. Is that us, Jimmy Ray?
Damned if I know. But you sure are beautiful. I finished it. You can keep it.
If my daddy sees the title, he'll kill me.
Just read it under the covers.
Is he gonna take to the couple's day dance?
I don't know.
Well, I'm standing right here in front of you.
Well, that's not proper, you asking me.
I read in a book, sometimes you have to plant an idea in a boy's head.
That might be a pretty smart book. You're a young girl, and you want to know better than to be here. What would everybody think? Whoa, mama, get it back up slowly, make it quick, get away and hurry on home. Whoa, mama, wait your go, and your papa get a shot and have to run, man, off that hiding in the shadows, fall out of the trees, right by your window, whisper, bless you when you sneeze. Someone who look at you just like this, someone who asks you for a kiss. You're a smart girl, make a fool of somebody. I'm a smart guy, and I know that it won't be me.
We'll see.
Whoa, mama, take a second look before you set your sights on me. I'm a restless small town boy with a heart as loud as a big city. Someone will take your hand just like so. Someone who never wanna let you go. Someone will put you on a pedestal. Someone will tell you you're incredible.
I'm a young girl and I wanna go dancing on an adventure with the handsomest boy in town. Somebody better comb their hair and put a clean shirt on, pick me up at 8. Somebody gonna take me there, gonna have a lot of fun on our very first date. Someone will walk for you, walk her home. Someone will walk a little time alone. Someone will wait as long as it takes for you.
You're a sweet girl, rockin' an orange pancake. I'm a sweet girl, get going 'cause it won't be me.
Somebody's gonna buzz around me like a fuzzy bumblebee.
Won't go slow, mama, you're pretty as a daisy. Smell like a rose, making me crazy. But it won't be me.
I'm home.
Where you been? You should have been here up and in the kitchen. Where'd you go? No daughter of mine ought to worry me so.
See a little lost lamb.
Should have raised you with a farmer van.
See a little lost lamb. All you ever do is reprimand. Shame, shame, shame on you. There ain't no limit to the trouble you brew.
Shame on me. You're making mockery of the family.
Black sheep, a little lost lamb. When you gonna love me just the way I am? I pray that you will change your way. I know my girl can't run around here.
Why on earth have you been so hard-headed since the day of your birth?
Why in the world don't you do us all a favor, be a good little girl? Black sheep, a little lost lamb.
Raised you with a farmer van.
Black sheep, a little lost lamb. do right for me. You're saying step along, better mind, do or die, do right for me. You're saying do right for me. And what's right for me? It's bread for the family.
I swear I'm gonna have to rein you in.
You're saying do right for me. You're saying
Step in line,
better mind,
do or die, do right for me.
and what's right for me? It's bad for the family. Alice, we need you to shell those peas. Why do I have to shell the peas, Mama?
The Lord gave us those peas, Alice.
Well, why do you have to put them in a pod?
Don't you question the Lord.
I am not questioning him. I'm just saying maybe some of my ideas are better.
Black sheep,
Little Ross Lamb,
should've raised you with the farmer hand. Black sheep,
Little Ross Lamb.
should've raised you with the back of my hand.
Do right for me. Do right for me. Step in line, better mind, do or die, do right for me. Do right for me. Do right for me.
It's bad for the family.
Jimmy Ray, you were supposed to be here a while ago.
Sorry, Daddy, I was out fixing Aunt Adele's icebox.
Can't believe my son trying to hand over them pounds to this boy and is out here fixing an icebox. What's that?
It's an application for college. I've been thinking about it.
4 years away from home where everything I'm teaching you is within these walls? No. Your grandmother taught me the same way that I'm gonna teach you. That chain must not be broken.
Well, Daddy, I understand that, but I thought we discussed this.
Stanford, do I sense disciplination?
None of my business, Mayor.
There's a whole world outside of Zebulon. I want to get to know it.
Where you getting these ideas from? Where's that book you've been reading?
I gave it away.
Good. Let the jazz agent fix someone else.
Mayor, the Conklins.
The Conklins? In Charlotte? What about them?
They got a beautiful daughter, Ola.
Well, a daughter with resources.
Stanford, what exactly isn't your business?
The Conklins are a family of produce trucks that drive across the state, and we're the second biggest purveyors of produce for 300 miles.
You want me to marry someone for her trucks?
Now that's an equation they'll teach in college.
But where's the romance in that?
Romance?
I have no comment.
No comment? What do you think that was?
Just have lunch with her.
I can't do that. I know their daughter. She's a dumbbell.
It doesn't have to be her. The Wilsons and Winston-Salem have a daughter and a very active horse farm.
I've met her. She's indistinguishable from the horses.
What about Naomi Watts, the daughter of tobacco? And she plays the banjo. Right.
Daddy, I couldn't carry on a conversation with any of them.
You don't have to carry a conversation with them. Do you see me carry a conversation with your mother?
It's not necessary.
And that is a tragedy.
Son, the way it works is we marry inconveniently and hand business down in order to live well.
Don't break the chain, right, Daddy?
A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. What a man's gotta do what he's got to. A well-bred wife with a silver spoon and a knife will butter your bread twice as good as you do. I remember when I was your age. That's when I was settling down. Your mother and I were engaged, and I'd open up a bank account.
You can't expect the future to be just like the past. You haven't got a clue, so please try to understand.
When I stood tall side by side with your grandpa, there was just nothing at all we couldn't do.
With all due respect, I observe and object. There's no rush for me to step into your shoes.
You can't waste your time on foolish things, but there's real work to be done. There won't be any stopping you and me.
If you do wanna tell you something, you have no idea what I would do to protect this dynasty. The road beyond the river leads right back to this house. I won't be gone forever. Just let me go now. Who cares what to do? What a man's gonna do? Till these just like the past. Well, I stood down side by side, so bad. Please try to avoid this stuff. I can't understand why you can't comprehend what to do. Why can't I get through to you?
You're really not lucky with this, are you?
Excuse me?
Oh, Daryl and I read your stories.
Oh, yes, and I thought they were extraordinary.
Really? Extraordinary.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that too fast. Extraordinary.
Don't mind, Daryl. Can I get you a cup of coffee?
My nerves are jittery enough.
Shot of vodka?
I don't drink.
Billy, if you're gonna be a writer, you have to drink alcohol and feel sorry for yourself. We'll meet you one night at the Shine Penny.
Going.
Well, Mr. Kane, it's very rare for a young writer to make it past our gatekeeper, Mr. Ames. Your Thomas Wolfe letter certainly helped. He wrote you last year.
Yes, overseas. Thomas was very kind to me.
Well, Thomas Wolfe letters are extremely rare. Did you bring it? I'm dying to see it.
I did. I'm never far from it.
If I were you, I'd protect this letter. It could be very valuable one day.
Thank you, ma'am.
It is indeed valuable already, considering Thomas Wolfe died 7 years ago.
I missed that.
Obviously.
You can imagine how hard it was to get that letter. Are you sure?
I'm as sure as he is. He's buried right here in Asheville.
I'm sorry, Miss Murphy. I'm doing what I have to. I never would have made it through that door.
Clearly. Here are your stories back, Mr. Kane.
Did you read them at all, Miss Murphy?
Like I said, here are your stories back. Except this one, which I'm buying from you for $10.
I thought you just said...
I am not publishing it. I'm investing in you. You have a flair, Mr. Kane. Not for the scourge of war, but for gentleness and tenderness and a well-timed lie. You write well.
You mean that, Miss Murphy?
I don't have time to hand out compliments I don't mean, but you will write better once you find your voice. You need to find a sweeping tale of pain and redemption. And the people you know, and the people you meet.
$10! I'm rich!
Come on, Daryl, help me pick up these pencils.
Margot,
Oh, hi, Max. What is it?
these things are always hard. It's time for me to move on.
From what?
Us. I hope you understand. It's not you, it's me.
She got it ready. I looked at it at the way she said the thing. Every young woman deserves a new dress. Tomorrow, I turn 21. I've known Billy Kane since I was 6, and it's time he sees me in a new way. As the woman I am. Good for you. Billy's back from Asheville today. Andy said he was coming here with a surprise. A present? Something he got there. His jewelry store in Asheville. Oh, Billy, I'm so happy for you.
Hello, Margot. The bookstore looks spick and span.
I just made room for a new magazine rack.
Well, that's appropriate.
Oh, how?
I've got something for you.
You said you did. I was wondering.
It's my new address. In Asheville. I'm going to live and write there.
Oh. $10 from the Asheville Southern Journal.
Not published yet, but
Oh, Billy. That's so exciting. A real adventure.
I can still say in my stories. Is that all right?
Of course. You're gonna need someone to cash in that check.
Cash it? I'm gonna frame it.
If you frame it, you can't cash it.
Hello and goodbye. Will you miss me?
Like I miss trouble.
Did you ever think that one of these days you might be selling a story with one of my stories in it?
Yes.
Oh, Margot. I could almost kiss you.
When you get to Asheville, ride me if you will. Tell me how you're doing. Always bring
Anyone see you sneak out?
Not a person. Anyone see you?
I don't care who sees me with you.
You don't care or sees you with anybody. I heard you had tea at the Magnolia House with Ola Conklin.
Daddy thinks it's good for business.
I made you dance with her too.
Daddy still thinks we're living in the old South.
Well, aren't we? This is Hicksville, Jimmy Ray. We're the hits in the Ville if we don't get out. So what was she like? Ola Conklin!
Oh, she sneaked running her too.
That's something to her credit.
Why are you favoring her? You should be jealous.
Not me. I've got to believe in myself, don't I?
You're playing me like a fiddle, Alice Murphy.
I'm not playing.
Alice? Alice! Where is that girl?
I think she went down by the river.
She has been going down there a lot, and she hasn't been taking a rod and reel.
I think she's landing a fish anyway.
Alice! Alice!
That's Daddy. It's getting dark. I gotta get back.
What could be better than holding you close to me like this?
I'll be in trouble if I stay up late again.
10 more minutes in my won't do any harm.
What could be better than holding you close to me? I can't imagine improving this moment at all.
If I ask you for a kiss,
How could I resist?
if you said this was heaven, I would not disagree.
Better than holding you close to me like this. I dreamed of it every day since I turned 16. Lightning strike me if I'm mine. You're all that I need. Let me stay here forever. I don't want to go home. I've only lost dancing and dancing with stars up above. Lightning strike me if I'm not. You're the one I love.
It's definitely a malady that we see affecting young women these days. You're about 11 weeks pregnant.
Oh, Lord.
It's not the Lord that did it. It only happened once that I know of. You've been running around, Alice Murphy.
I wouldn't call it running around. Love is not running around.
Does he love you?
I think he does.
Alice, When you tell him this, you will know.
Oh, Dr. Norquist, Zebulon has 1,000 eyes in one single tiny mind. How can trouble and happiness walk hand in hand?
They sometimes do.
What should I do now?
Come back in several weeks. I can handle this on account for a while. And don't worry, you can trust me with the news.
I hope you don't love her.
What is it, Daddy?
Jimmy Ray, are you the father of Alice Murphy's child?
It's conceivable.
Jimmy Ray, sometimes you're too eloquent.
She's going to have the baby?
It appears she is.
I should go see her.
And what?
Tell her I love her?
But you don't mean that. Look, you might mean it now, but you're young, Jimmy Ray.
I know those feelings, those misleading ones. I've felt them before. But Alice, I see her and it's different. She has special qualities.
Special qualities? Those special qualities are only in your imagination. And the last thing we need is you dragging around a callow bride and baby everywhere we do business. No, you let me take care of this.
Daddy, I'll handle this myself. It's my right and my responsibility.
I can't wait to see your face. Oh, I can't wait to see your face. My baby, I can't wait to see you. My baby, I can't wait to see you. You're a sign from heaven. Our love was meant to be. To us you were given. Our love was meant to be. My baby, I can't wait to see you. My baby, I can't wait to see you.
You brought sin into our blissful Eden. My son was weak before you.
Have you ever stood up against society? Very few can withstand it.
There are ways to undo these things.
Undo?
That's a crime upon a crime.
This baby would destroy Jimmy Ray's career. I thought you loved my son.
I do.
North Carolina doesn't abide illicit couples.
You don't want to go to a home for wayward girls. They're like prisons.
I know a place several hours out of town, a cabin in the woods. You can stay there until you make a decision. I've done it for others.
Sounds to me like you're being on for the sanctuary.
Alice, Jimmy Ray will ask you to marry him, but you must say no. Look, he's just a boy. Now, you just wait a year or so. He'll be one of the leaders of Zebulon one day, all of North Carolina.
If this were known, there are people who wouldn't do business with him.
Now, you wouldn't do that to him, would you?
Of course I wouldn't. Of course.
Then you must wait.
Wait, Alice Murphy, wait.
Go to the cabin in the woods.
I'm gonna make you a sweater and dress you up so fine. And we'll always be together. I'll keep your hand in mine. If you're like your daddy, handsome, strong, and true. If you're like your daddy, all the girls will be chasing you. My baby, I can't wait to see you. Jimmy Ray,
You look like you're standing in a moonbeam.
it's the way I feel.
I've come to make things right. Marry me. You marry me, Alice Murphy.
Oh, yes, Jimmy Ray, yes. But we can't. Not right now, not right away.
What? Why?
The people in this town was looking at at us sideways.
Don't care about them.
And so many reasons. Dr. Norquist offered a cabin. Just for a short while where we'll be seen. It's the only thing that makes sense right now.
Why are you giving me trouble, Alice?
Don't you know I was gonna give you trouble? Oh,
Alice?
Jimmy Ray, it felt like a butterfly. Feel.
To meet you, shake your little hand. If you're like your mama, you'll make me a happy man. I'm gonna make you a promise to keep your hand in mine. I'm gonna make you a promise to love you for all time.
Oh, Miss Murphy asked me to meet you here. Am I being sent home? It's been 12 weeks and I haven't published anything yet.
She's on her way.
That sounded scary.
Daryl can make happy birthday sound scary. So, Daryl.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Mr. Kane, your latest submission's a bit of a mess. What's going on?
I'm sorry about that. I sent it to Margot and didn't get it back yet, so I just turned it in.
Well, don't get discouraged. Work on it with Daryl. He's a fine editor.
Why did my mouth just go dry? How about I work on it with Lucy?
No, I should keep you out of harm's way.
Miss Murphy, what do you think of it?
What do I think of it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, first you need to cut out 300 words.
300? Which 300?
The superfluous ones. You look shocked.
I always thought that was pronounced superfluous.
And you should open with your second paragraph, not the first. The action begins there.
What'd I do with the first paragraph?
Turn it into a lullaby because it puts me to sleep. Look.
Anything else?
You have to cut the word twixt.
Why? What's the matter with Twix? You don't like Twix?
Use between.
Why?
Because a man wrote this, not Tinkerbell. And then your second to last paragraph should be cut.
What? I cried when I wrote that.
Clearly, it's as purple as a baboon's butt.
Miss Murphy.
It's true. And then there's this last sentence. It flows nicely, but I'm curious.
About?
Now, why, Mr. Kane, do you use a word 99% of our readers would have to look up, ... the longing of the human heart in its search for propinquity?
I did that on purpose, Miss Murphy.
Why?
It's the only $5 word in the entire piece, and because of it, I get the impact of the ending twice. The reader lands on a striking word with an elegant cadence. Propinquity. Then the reader goes to the nearest dictionary. The longing of the human heart in its search for closeness.
I'll tell you what, if you can sway Daryl, you can sway me.
So there's hope?
Let me put it this way. Nobody has ever swayed Daryl.
I'm glad the shame is out here in the woods and not back at our house.
What? You'll wake the baby with your ranting.
Thank God, at least it's a boy. Because it was Eve who bewitched Adam. Isn't that right, Alice? You bewitched him?
Mr. Murphy. Ladies.
You came to see your grandson.
So, this is the child.
Isn't he beautiful?
Yes, fine looking.
We named him after his father. Isn't that right, little James? And where's Jimmy Ray? He's been here every day cooing over his boy.
He's on an errand to Durham.
On Sunday? Stanford, you come to see the baby?
I love children.
Now this terrible and tragic situation must be salvaged.
Fortunately, there is a solution.
And I'm here to make sure it is implemented. A legal and completely anonymous adoption.
What? No, that is not a solution.
A legal and completely anonymous adoption? That is the only solution.
I have the papers drawn up here.
Are you aware of this?
Somewhat. And I've spoken to Jimmy Ray, and he agrees.
He agrees.
Oh, he most certainly does.
I doubt that.
And they're right, Stanford.
He sure did.
Now you are not of age, and only your father has to give consent. While the real father in the situation is undecidedly unclear.
You watch the way you talk about our daughter. Nobody's taking my baby.
You must be reasonable. Don't deny him a better way of life. You can grow up with pride. Folks will laugh and talk behind his back if you bring home a bastard child.
You can't take him. He's my baby. You can't take my baby boy. Daddy, don't you let him. Mama, don't let him. You can't take my baby boy.
Don't be foolish. Why would you want to do this? Don't you want what's best for him?
I know people, wealthy and agreeable, who would like to take him in.
You can't take him. No, don't take him. You can't take my baby boy. Daddy, don't you let him. Mama, don't let him. Please, don't take my baby boy.
I'm taking the baby myself to the state agency O'Reilly.
They've already been contacted.
You can't.
I will sign it.
You will not.
I have to do what I think is best for our daughter.
No, Daddy, no.
Baby, listen. Listen to me. Don't be selfish, let him go and help him. Leave behind a world of shame. If he's ridiculed and they make fun of him at school, you'll only have yourself to blame.
Please, don't take him. No, don't take him. You can't take my baby boy. You can't. No, you can't.
That's for him. I'm doing you a favor. You can thank me later for making your life easier. family. Pave the way to success. A man must provide for his family and ensure their happiness. I won't be duped. Your young mother is confused to believe that she could use my son. I won't let anybody stand in the way of the plans that I made. Not anyone. A man must engage his backbone. Stand up straight and strong. A man must engage his backbone and right what has gone wrong. A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. What a man's gotta do what he's got to. I won't let anybody stand in the way of the plans that I made. Not even you. A man must protect his family. Shield them from more pain. A man must protect his family and ensure his good name.
Chapel Hill's a wonderful school, and you got a scholarship. That came out of the blue. How's Daddy? I know your father's a tender man. Right now he's searching scripture to justify what he did, but the Bible is not obliging. How's Jimmy Ray doing? Oh, Mama, he's gonna meet me in Raleigh as soon as I get settled, and we're gonna find our baby. That'll be a joyous day for all of us.
Gonna
gonna shine again. The sun is 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 gonna shine again.
You shouldn't be drinking.
It calms down my agitations.
You should be lying down. Here's your medicine.
There's no doubt about it. I'm as yellow as a sunflower. I poison my liver, they say. It's a swift thing.
Maybe not.
Suitcase. Where you heading?
Chapel Hill.
Overnight?
Maybe more.
But
Maybe
who's gonna take care of me, Jimmy Ray?
I've arranged it.
No, you take care of me. The son takes care of the father the same way the father took care of the son.
I'll be back.
What's in Chapel Hill? Business, I hope.
What do you think?
That girl that almost ruined you? No, you stay away from her, Jimmy Ray. Trouble once is trouble always.
She and I are bonded, and together we have a child out there. Now, we might be able to find him in Lake Lane.
Find him.
And why not? You'd be surprised what can be
You will
accomplished.
never find that child.
What do you mean?
You're still holding the suitcase, Jimmy Ray. That's better. I took care of you that night. I made sure that you could go into the world without any encumbrance.
That adoption should have been my decision.
There was no adoption.
What do you mean?
I blessed you like I did when I dipped you in those baptismal waters.
Is this the liquor talking?
Nobody knew the mayor was on that train that night. I got on in Ryan County. I was just a local businessman passing through. Had me a suitcase too. But not full of papers, oh no. Something much, much better to relocate.
What did you have?
Had me a baby in that suitcase.
What do you mean? What did you do?
I got to the far end of the train, which is me and the creature and the route of the tracks.
Oh,
I got in between the cars, and as we passed the river, I flung it into the air.
I've heard of evil in the world, but you and I are flesh and blood. He was just a baby. He was my son.
I did it for you.
There goes our chance for happiness and all our hopes and dreams. I'll never get to see his face or know the boy he'd be. I can never go see her again, never look into her eyes again. I could never tell her why.
you've done to me. You disturb me. I can never go see her again. I can never hold her arms again. I can never tell her lies. You may as well have murdered me when you cast him away that night. All I have to live for has died. I can never go see her again. I could never hurt her with all this. I could never break her heart.
So I gave Miss Murphy one of my humor pieces today.
Oh, that's great, Daryl. What'd she say?
She said she really liked it. And could I turn it into a humor piece? Well, would you look who waltzed in? Does he know this place sells intoxicating beverages?
Oh, I say he's lonely. Let's find out. Well, boy meets girl. This calls for a slow gin fizz.
It does?
It does.
I'll have one.
You ever had one before?
I've seen photos.
So, you lonely since you've been here?
Every evening I have a date with my typewriter.
That's not real company. This is what a real person feels like, in case you forgot.
It does feel real.
There's more where that came from.
Don't drink them both, Lucy.
Here you are. What do you think?
It's sweet and tart at the same time.
Just like Lucy.
They call them a slow gin fizz, but you don't gotta drink them slow.
You are a modern woman, Lucy.
A bit.
You want to be a writer?
Better than that, I want to be a censor.
A censor? Why a censor?
Well, when I was 12, I gave my father a Raymond Chandler mystery novel, and I stopped downstairs one night to watch him read it, and suddenly his face went the color of a rose. He set the book down, called for my mother, took her to another room in the house, and shut the door. I picked up the book to see what he had just read, and right there, in the center of the page, was the word brassiere. And I thought, this must never happen again. So, once a week, I bring a manuscript home, fix myself up in Manhattan, and search for the hidden erotic content. Would you like to do that with me sometime?
Well,
What, you got a girl back at home?
well, no. I don't know.
Well, don't bring her to Asheville,
Why?
because country girls flattening out under city lights. Another round!
Really?
You heard the lady.
What? Please, not on a Friday night. All week long, I'm up to my elbows, weeping away. I'm a 9 to 5. I'm not gonna waste away at home in the town every Friday night. Pour me another round, pour me another round. Pour me another round.
another round. Besides all that, I like a little buzz. In addition to that, I like a little high. I don't know anybody who doesn't like to feel good all of the time. Pour me around, pour me around, pour me another round. Pour me around, pour me another round.
Muscadine wine make me feel so fine.
I like hard liquor, it hits me quicker.
Muscadine wine make me feel so fine. I like hard liquor, it hits me quicker.
Go on, Hayes Creek.
I love to see you try, Darren.
Anyone else got a seat? I'll take the boys. Yeah.
You just watch me.
Let's go, ladies.
I feel all good now.
Muscadine wine, make me feel so fine. I like hard liquor, it hits me quicker.
Shot of whiskey, got me feeling frisky. How about a rum and Coca-Cola with the extra and a bonus of a soda with a little kick?
Rum and Coca-Cola with the extra and a bonus of a soda with a little kick.
I was feeling lonesome and homesick, down addicted and dubious. Yeah, I've discovered what does the trick. Bartender, give me some more of this.
Pour me another round. 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 Pour me another round.
I asked to see you, Mr. Kane, because Mr. Ames put your propinquity piece on my desk. He seems to think it's ready.
Ready?
We are publishing it next month.
You are?
We are.
Miss Murphy, would it be appropriate if I were to jump for joy?
You may.
Yeah!
Is that the best you can do?
One more time, yahoo!
Miss Murphy,
Aw, thank you, Darren.
down, boy. Miss Murphy, don't forget you have a train to catch.
You're leaving?
I'm going to Raleigh on some long overdue personal business.
With a stop in Zebulon to see family. Here are your tickets.
Miss Murphy, that train runs right through Hayes Creek. We can meet there. I can show you the places I've been writing about.
I've done it for other riders. Mr. Ames, have Lucy put it on my itinerary.
Lucy's going to be a little late to work today. She's feeling under the weather.
Is that in quotes?
Very.
I'm afraid that's my fault, Miss Murphy. I was at the Shiny Penny last night, and Lucy and I had a bit of a flap doodle.
You love to pull words out of your head. You and I have the same habit.
I get that from my mother.
I get it from a desperate need for attention.
I got a little bit of that, too.
Have you started anything new?
I have. I seem to find myself writing more about home.
Well, Mr. Kane, it would be easier to get Lincoln off the face of Mount Rushmore than to get home out of the heart of a Southern rider. I'll see you in Hayes Creek. And congratulations. Are these all the files from May 15th, 1924?
Yes, they are. The laws are changing this year. These files won't be available anymore. Do you want me to help you look again?
That would be so kind. The baby was wearing
I know, blue sweater.
Maybe in one of the photos.
Miss Murphy, these photos are in black and white. Maybe he wasn't dropped off in Raleigh. You should be checking surrounding towns. Charlotte has an agency.
He was dropped off here. Kate, can you remember anybody else checking for a child left here on that same date?
Not that I recall. Should there be?
I would think so.
I know this may be hard to hear, but maybe he didn't care as much as you do.
If there was truth in the world, he cared. Somehow, he would have come looking.
It's only been me behind this desk for the last 19 years.
Well, then that's a puzzle I should have sorted out before.
Leanne, Mary, wait for Mama. I'll go on ahead. We'll just walk up and meet you there.
The sun does shine in Raleigh.
Hello, Jimmy Ray.
Alice, young Alice.
Oh, not so young.
Young forever in my memory.
This your house? It's nice.
I worked hard over the years.
Those your kids?
In a way, they're my sister's kids.
You married?
No, I never married. Close. Couple of times.
I guess I would have heard. I followed you.
No, you never married. You did well up in Asheville. I had some trips there. I looked up at your building. I never went in, though.
Why not?
'Cause you moved on. You went on to publish Carson McCullers and Eudora Welty.
You have been paying attention.
I always paid attention to you, Alice. If I didn't, I knew I was in trouble.
We were so young.
We were. But I wonder, often, was I old enough to have acted differently? Better?
Yes. When I came to Raleigh today, it wasn't my intention to see you. I was at the Hall of Records with the same woman who's been there for the last 20 years. And when I asked her if anybody else had come looking for the whereabouts of our child, she said not one. Not one person. Not you.
I didn't, Alice.
And you never came to see me. Why?
Oh, Alice, is it better to hope or to know?
Please.
After my father died, we found out that it was he who had funded your scholarship.
Why?
To get you out of town. Guilt.
Guilt.
Alice, on that train to Raleigh, somewhere in the night, my father took our son and threw him into the river below.
Have been blinded. I can't see a thing. I have been blinded. Darkness fell on me.
I had a vision of how our life would be, rolling like a river, peaceful, wild and free. I had a vision of how our life would go, a happy little family playing on the
speak of him. I had a vision of how our life would be, full of love and laughter and sweet harmony. I had a vision of how our life would go, all of our kids singing while you played piano. If I could leave this veil of darkness, if I could see my way back to you, I had a vision of how our life would be. Everything was beautiful, you were next to me. I had a vision of how our life would go. Everything was wonderful, and I loved you so.
Hello there, Max. How can I help you?
Oh, I'm just waiting for the bookstore to close so I can walk Edna home.
Well, guess what? We just closed. How can I help you? Well,
Aw, you happy to see me?
for a writer, you're not very good at reading people. What are you doing here?
Margaret, you're the first person I want to tell. I'm gonna be published in the Asheville Southern Journal.
What? Woohoo! That is some damn news.
Mom,
What is it, Billy?
I think I'm seeing you in a new way.
What do you mean?
Margot, many things have changed in my life since I came back from the war.
Of course.
Yet some things have remained constant. Family. This place. Hayes Creek. Yet one thing has remained both constant and changing, and I wonder, how is that even possible?
Anything's possible with people. What is it?
Us.
There's an us?
There is, if you want there to be.
I don't know. I never thought of you like that.
We're supposed to be together, I know. I feel it way down deep in my soul. We're never meant to be apart. I keep you here inside of my heart. I always have, always will, always, always, always will. I always have, always will, always, always, always will.
We're supposed to be together, it's true. I've had my doubts, but not about you.
We're never meant to be apart. I love you now, I have from the start. I always have, always will, always, always, always will. I always have, always will, always, always, always will. Margot, I have a confession to make. While I was in Nashville, I kissed a girl.
Oh. What was it like?
You ever kiss a chicken?
Yes.
Now, how long has it been since I kissed you?
12 years, and that was on a dare. You ran like a rabbit.
You know, believe it or not, I'm shaking like I was that day. We're never meant to be apart. I love you now, I have from the start. I always have, always will, always, always, always will.
Anybody home?
Well, child, just as promised.
We're almost the same age now.
Oh, I'm staying a bit ahead of you. I'm so happy to see you, darling. I don't think I was worth a visit anymore.
Daddy, how can you say that?
Well, over the years, reasonableness put its hand on my shoulder, and things I did in the past don't stand up like they used to. You want a glass of water?
Have any of that hooch?
I do. So, how long you staying in town for?
Just one day?
One day? That's a short time to say a lot.
Mama here?
No, she's over at the neighbors, but I'm happy I have you alone. I can talk to your mom about some things, but not about others.
Sounds like you've been banking words, Daddy.
You've got to around here. Them trees. Some nights it's so quiet you can hear each leaf fall. And you can tell the color of that leaf just by the tiny, crisp crack it makes as it lights on the ground.
I know that feeling. Sometimes I hear the fiddlers in town, and I know they're playing the sound of the wind of the lakes back home. What kind of things can't you talk to Mama about?
Certainly not about things that occurred 23 years ago.
Nope. Not about things that occurred 23 years ago.
That had to have been the most painful day of your life. It was, wasn't it?
Daddy?
It was.
Yes.
Well, if shame could ever equal pain, I'd say I know how you feel. Because what I did that day made it the most shameful day of my life.
Thank you, Daddy.
I think that was the last time my own daddy had a handle over me. How it felt after that helped purge him from me. Now, sweetheart, I'm not asking for forgiveness.
Daddy, I forgive
Alice,
you.
please, I can't even forgive myself. Just tell me, do you know what happened to the boy?
I do, Daddy. He was adopted by a good family in California and raised with very much love. He's educated and successful, and he's a fine young man.
That's all I ever wished for.
Maybe your wishes made it so. The sun is gonna shine again. The sun is gonna shine again. Your daddy knows we're coming?
He sure does. Hey, Daddy, it's Billy. Put your pants on. There's a lady present. All right, let me get them on. This goes here. All right. Well, hello there, son. I still salute you. Daddy, this is Miss Murphy. I know all about you. We're standing on the wrong side of the porch.
You want any hat?
Yes, thank you.
Here you go, Miss Murphy.
Thank you.
Now, Miss Murphy, there's a barber shop in Hayes Creek with your magazine set on the city. We're readers here.
And Billy will be published in its next issue.
I heard. Mary Lee would have been awfully pleased to know that.
Mary Lee?
My mother.
Billy, you got clothes here, you know that? Good pants and shirts. I'll bring to your new place.
I can use them, Daddy.
There must be some wonderful stories about your wife, Mr. Kane. Maybe Billy could write about her.
No, I don't think so. Better pick from the entire town with our array of cads and scoundrels.
Daddy, look what I found. My old mail order plaid. It's still good. And my old fishing vest.
Well, let me get you something to put them in, Miss Murphy.
Hey, I like it here.
It's lovely, Billy. Reminds me of Zebulon in some ways. You must find wonderful repose here, Mr. Kane.
I do. Miss Murphy?
I'm sorry, Mr. Kane. Your wife must have died young. Billy's only 23.
Well, Mary Lee died last year at 65. Yeah, she had Billy late in life, which is a rarity around these parts where everyone's getting married and bearing kids before they can even ride a bike. Billy, you got some of your things in the trunk in the shed.
I don't want to take up Miss Murphy's time with all that. But look what I found. An old pair of boots and my old baby sweater. I'm gonna show it to Margot. What is it?
I know this sweater. I know that suitcase.
How?
My life was blown away from me in it.
You say you've seen that sweater before.
I made it. It's you who has the story, isn't it, Mr. Kane? It's you.
I knew this day would come.
What are you two talking about, Daddy?
Billy, one night I was out frogging in the river, and I went farther down than I usually go. Now where are you, fat woods? Me and Mary Lee gonna have you for dinner. There you are, Mr. Toad. Darn it! You made me lose Mr. Ichabod P. Toad! Somebody out there? I hear you. Over there. Somebody out there? Is anybody there? My Lord. My Lord, little Moses. Oh, little Moses in the rushes. All bangs and bruises. You're in a heap of trouble, little fella. We gotta get you fixed up. Now, if you came from the sky, it's the Lord's will we raise you. If you came from that train, somebody didn't want you. Just beyond this cabin, Billy. Billy!
is she? She's almost an hour and a half late. This isn't like her.
She got a notice from the post office that there's a special delivery letter. Ratfoot Red.
If they can send a notice, why can't they send a letter?
She let when Jimmy Red pick it up.
She's pretty cozy with that Jimmy Ray.
Well, he's attractive, don't you think?
Oh, Lucy, I wouldn't know how to judge if a man's attractive.
Yes, you do.
The next one.
Daryl, this is the funniest thing I've ever read. We have to run this in our humor column right away.
What is it?
It's a hilarious piece by a writer I've never even heard of, Lillian Jones.
Lillian Jones? Congratulations, Daryl.
What?
Lillian Jones is my new pen name.
Well, good for you.
Miss Murphy, you've been on quite a tear lately.
You have. Miss Murphy, may I be frank?
Well, it'll take a while to get used to calling you that, but sure.
What has gotten into you? I really miss the dark layer of gloom you bring to work with you every day.
Well, I figured everyone would find out sooner or later. So, years ago, I had a child.
Daryl, you owe me $10.
Well, I found out he's alive and well. He was raised by another family, and he's a fine young man, and it turns out he works for me.
Works for? Oh my God, it's Daryl!
Mommy!
It's Billy.
Billy?
When was the last time you spoke with him?
The night I found out. A month now. He hasn't written or called, but these things take time, don't you think?
I've been thinking of going down there and taking a trip just to lay eyes on him. I wouldn't know him if I saw him.
Hello?
Oh my God.
Hello?
Hello? Billy Kane.
You are a fine young man. You get that from your father. That'd be me.
Honored to meet you, sir.
Lucy, shall we go looking for that missing pencil box?
The missing pencil box. Yes.
Now, where is that pencil box?
Miss Murphy, I came to apologize.
Oh, Billy, you don't have to.
I was selfish. All I thought about that night was how I was hurt, but it wasn't just me, it was every one of us. So I went to the set of my real birth.
How did you find it?
Your father loves you very much. He led me to that cabin and told me the story of that awful night. How I was torn from your arms. And I understand that truth walks beside us like a shadow. And one day it fully merges with us. But until it does then, we are not truly whole.
Billy, you truly are your mother's son.
And Lucy, I owe you an apology too. Perhaps I was a little misleading.
Well, we can start fresh.
Hello, everybody. My name's Margot. I'm Billy's fiance.
Margot, you are? Thanks for letting me know.
Alex, are you going to the wedding?
Of course I am. He's my son.
Not theirs. Ours.
Lucy put getting married on my calendar.
Now that's the Miss Murphy we all know.
I had a vision of how our life would be.
Rolling like a river, peaceful, wild and free.
I had a vision of how our life will go. All of my kids singing while you play piano.
And Lucy and I are getting married too. Not really, but wouldn't that have been great?
Let me live this tale of darkness. Love, let me see my way back to you. I had a vision of how our life would be. Everything is beautiful. You are next to me. I had a vision of how our life would go. Everything is wonderful, and I love you so. Love, let me live this tale of darkness. Love, let me see